So Web Access Waikato, I was approached to join a couple of years ago. Was really interested to hear what they were doing in the Waikato with connecting people with training, and so I'm a sucker and I jumped on board. Our vision, a connected community where everyone can participate online effectively. How effective we're being at that at the moment, I'm not entirely certain, but we've got some really cool projects planned this year. Now, we have been working with Computers and 2020 Communications Trust, for the last few years at delivering computers in homes, and have had some really good successes with that in getting people connected. But I don't know how much you've heard about our digital divide this morning and where we're at, but from a social sector point of view, where are we at with our digital divide? Does it even still exist? In New Zealand, we are increasing the percentage of houses that are connected all of the time. We've gone from 37% at the 2001 census to nearly 75% now in the last one. So that's connected. That says we are rolling out fibre, we are connecting houses, we are succeeding. But then you have to look at where you're not succeeding and where those 33% is. So obviously it's affecting the rural sector. But in the towns as well, it's not just the rural sector, it's our lower socio-economic groups, it's our ethnicities that don't have access to the services that we take for granted. I'm sitting here with my cell phone now and it's going buzz, buzz, buzz on the table, and I've had 37 emails since I've been here. I only arrived at lunchtime. I'm very connected, but that's just not the reality for the people that we're working with. We have been looking at a couple of different ways that we can affect what's going on in our communities. What we've decided that we are going to focus on at the moment is access and use and how we can impact that. So with the people that are connected with infrastructure, where the infrastructure is in the ground, what can we do and how can we work that out? For us, facilitating computers in homes is where we are focusing. So that is the families in our target groups get a refurbished computer, they get a 12-month subsidised internet connection and training. So they have to front up to this training for the period of time, and what we've found is we're getting families involved, we're getting the children are doing their homework, the parents' literacy levels are rising. From the statistics that we have coming out of those programs, we've got families that are heading off into further education, they're getting promotions at work, they are connecting with their communities. So we know that this is a positive impact, what we're doing. But what we also found is when we go backwards and look at these people that have been with us, yes, there are successes, but when we look at the ones that aren't succeeding, we start to look at why. And for our families that we survey 12 months after we've been out, the ones that are disconnected, it's cost that's the barrier for us. So it's not having the infrastructure in place, it's the cost. So what are we doing about it? We are investing snot tons of money into trying to get an affordable option out there for people. So from working with the families that we know that $50 to $70 a month is just far too much. On a 12 to 24 month contract, they can't invest that sort of money when there is food that needs to be bought and cars that need to be fixed and healthcare that needs to be looked at first. And I know that there are fixed prices that we can't affect, and that what we're retailing is really a $50 cost to our wholesalers anyway. We know that we can't do that. But what are the workarounds for our families? You can't. You can go to the library. That's really hard to do if you've got a desktop. You can tether to your mobile devices. That starts to get really expensive really quickly. Or you can get prepaid data sticks. That might be an option, but those are really hefty and not always easy to use. So what are we doing? We're partnering with a wireless ISP, bypassing fixed wired and cellular networks to deliver affordable broadband options for our families. Now, we talked about what was affordable, and we argued this point for a long, long time, and we have the capability to deliver, to give the broadband away free for these families. And we finally decided that if there was a cost attached to it, there becomes more value for our families. And so we did attach a price to it, which I'll get to. So we've chosen a site in Ngaruahia. It's a small Waikato town. It's on the edge of rural, but it's not so rural. But there's low internet uptake, there's high unemployment. We chose that town for a few reasons, but one of them is I grew up there. I know these families, and as I said, I am very connected, but that's not the case for a lot of the town. So because we've worked there with Computers in Homes, this was a way we could target a group and know who we were going to be dealing with and what impact we would have on the town. So this is why we chose that one. So what we're doing is we're funding the transmission tower that's going up. We've found a local primary school that's allowing us to put it on their site, and they will host the Computers in Homes program that we're running now and help us to identify those families that they want, that we want to be involved with. We'll pay the install on the CPE for the houses, and the ISP will deliver the service. Now, the ISP isn't WINZ. They get to commercially deliver this product to other homes in the area as well. Not everyone in this town is going to fit our target group. So that's how we're managing to partner with them. But it's not cheap. It's 10K transmission tower, and we are a not-for-profit trust that works off funding from others. Thank you, Internet New Zealand. Yeah, and it's $299 per household. And that's the other reason we were looking at charging a fee. If we're charging our families $6 a week, which is affordable, we get to recoup that install for the CPE and replicate the project elsewhere. We are talking at the moment with more rural communities, but the focus there for us is working with local marae and bringing connectivity to the marae so that can become a hub for homework, for Country Women's Institute, for the marae, and as a community hub for people to get connected. But yes, $6 a week is what we decided. We could replicate the project again. This is a pilot program. We are confident that it will succeed, but it relies on uptake from the families and a commitment that they can bring $6 a week to this. At the end of our agreement, 5-year period, the ISP will repay the capital on the transmission tower and become the owner of that tower. And again, that's about replicating the project for us, being able to share it in other areas and keep going and reach more families. It is something that the trust holds all the risk on, and it's not small change for us. We don't have buckets of cash lying around to throw at things. So if this all falls on its head, it's going to be a very expensive mistake. But there we are. I mean, we will own a transmission tower if nothing else. Perhaps we could go into commercially delivering Wi-Fi to families in need. But that's our mission. That is what we're up to, and that's how we're helping to connect folk.